All right, so this is my season 1 tier list so far. I did do a beta tier list way long ago when I was playing the beta. I got shit on for it, like hard. People were saying, "Oh, this gotta be rage bait." Yada yada. It wasn't rage bait. I mean, people also did not read the description from who I main. So I'll tell you guys now who I main, so you guys don't have to look in the description of who I main. I main Spider-Man, Winter Soldier, and Doctor Strange. Those are my 3 mains. So this list is in the perspective of a, you know, DPS tank main. All right, keep that in mind while watching. So here is my list. All right, this is my tier list for all the characters in Marvel Rivals. Last tier list I made was for the beta, and I got shit on for it because apparently I had horrible choices, and this is what it looked like then. This is the revamped version. Hopefully it's most likely gonna still be horrible. You guys are probably still gonna dog on it. But let's start off with D tier. D tier right now, I'd say, is the only character that belongs there is Widow. She's just horrible. But let's just go straight to C tier. D tier is Scarlet Witch. She's really bad. I mean, she's good for lower ranks because it's just no skill you can hold it. Another character that's classifies just like that one is, whatchamacallit, Iron Shit. That's the name. That guy. He also belongs there. Next to him is Adam Warlock. He's good with heals, but it's just his ultimate can get countered really easily. If you know how to play him, he's a great character, just like every other character in this game, besides, like, you know, this last tier I said. They can all be used great. They can all be S tier if you know how to play them, but, you know, it's just, he's just hard to play, and his heals aren't that crazy. Alongside him is Jeff. Jeff is the easiest healer to play. You just spray people, but I mean, most of the time when people play Jeff, they're just really bad. The ult's not that good. Obviously, any of the ults can come in clutch, but you know, not that great. Next to him is Loki. Loki's really good. I know some people are gonna be pissed that Loki's here, but I don't know. I just don't think I've seen a viable Loki that's really good with him. But you know, he's still good. He's just not that great. And next to him is another healer. I know 4 healers already in this. Will be Rocket Raccoon. With his Punisher ultimate or his Punisher boost and like all that stuff, he's kind of great. I kind of fucked up actually now that I noticed it. I mean, he could be C tier. Most of the time I do see a rocket there really bad. But I bet I can guarantee that there's some rockets that can be all the way at A tier. I don't think I could see a rocket being S tier. Honestly, I can only see him being A tier. And that's the end of the C tiers. Now at B tiers, this is my main personally. I forgot to mention it. No, I probably mentioned in the beginning actually. Spider-Man right here. I think he's a B tier. Obviously with this is like excluding boost, by the way. This is like no boost at all. No team ups, I mean, none of that. This is just the character by themselves. 0 team ups. I'd say Spider-Man is B tier. He could be really good if you know how to play him. And next to him, okay, let me get a little bit more in depth. He can be really good if you know how to play him, and especially if you can go in the backline and push him like that. But there's just other options like Psylocke and all that stuff. That'd be so much better to push the backline with. And right next to Spider-Man is Wolverine, another tank. He's just one of the tank busters. He's great if you know how to play him, which is really hard. And you have to have a good team that can, you know, work with him. He's not one of those characters that can be used during any situation. Right next to him is Hulk. Hulk is just not it. He dives in, gets killed really easily. Remember, this is no team ups. This is no team ups at all. Is there? After Hulk is Magneto. These are all just good tanks, but just like there's better options. Some of this is gonna be controversial now. This is where it's gonna get, in my personal opinion, obviously. I don't see that many good Magnetos, and if you're gonna play Magneto, just have, you know, Doctor Strange instead. Doctor Strange is so much better. But Magneto is good, a good tank though. Right next to Magneto is Thor. Thor's, if you have a good team that can actually handle him in higher ranks, he's nothing, honestly. People just dive in with Thor, get melted or pulled in and just insta-die. I personally wouldn't like him as a tank. Right next to that is Iron Man. No boost, no enhancement. He's really bad, actually. I mean, he could do good with his laser and help melt people from a distance, but just not the greatest. And you don't see him that often unless you see a Hulk boost. Right after Iron Man is Penny Parker. I mean, her mines are monsters. On defense, I think she's amazing. personally on any defense. If she's a good Penny Parker that can hide behind walls and won't just walk out, get blasted or pulled away from her mines. And if she has good mine placement, I think pennies are pretty good. After that is Magic. Magic's a great pushing thing. I think she's could easily be put into A tier. Next to Magic's Namor. Namor is B tier for me because he just doesn't do much damage. I know he could also be a S tier, but just I rarely see a Namor pop off unless they're on the other team. And that's usually because my team's dog shit and they refuse to shoot the things. It really sucks. But I never see a really good Namor, like a Namor going crazy. I bet there's plenty of them out there. Right next to Namor is Mr. Fantastic. He barely came out. Not many people have like mastered him and learned his little techs and with different ways you can utilize his pulling, all of that stuff. His backshot mechanic. Yeah, there's not much ways you can utilize that. So I'd leave him at B tier. Now at A tier is the Tickle Monster. I know some of you are wondering, what the hell, why is a Tickle Monster here? It's just nobody ever shoots him, man. He's only here because he's just the Tickle Monster. He shows up, he slaps you around. He has the potential to kill 2-3 people all by himself and then leave. Nobody will ever shoot him. Instead, you know, besides Spider-Man, because Spider-Man, you'll see him swinging up and then, oh, get Spider-Man. It's the avid hate of Spider-Man players, not Black Panther players. Right, and that's A tier for right now. Black Panther, he's the first one. After that is Doctor Strange, obviously, because Doctor Strange, one of the best tanks in the game. Dare I say, the best tank in the game. Doesn't require much skill, hella damage, portal clutches, and the ultimate's pretty good. Right next to him is Venom. Obviously, he got his buff that gives him more survivability. He can get in there, distract or attack the healers, and then dip out of there. And with the Spider-Man, well, I forgot, no power-ups. I was about to say the Spider-Man buff, but never mind. He still belongs in A tier just for that. He's on par with Venom in my eyes. I know some of you were just, oh no, the Thor should be there. He should be, Venom should be way below. Venom should be in the bottom in B tier or C tier, right next to fucking Iron Fist. I don't care. I've seen more good Venoms than I've seen bad ones. So I'm putting him in A tier. Right next to him is Psylocke. I mean, the Psylocke, bro, come on now. Literally the best flanker. I don't care what you guys say. Literally so easy to use. Just left click, right click, left click, right click, and you can kill somebody. And her ultimate's amazing, obviously. Her range is just huge. I think her ultimate kind of needs to be nerfed. Personally, that's just kind of crazy if you got a good setup for it. Right next to her is, oh yeah, and she has the ability to dash out of there really quick, and ugh. And her range for fucking left click is crazy. That needs to be dialed back a bit. Next to her is Punisher. I mean, this Punisher just shoots turret. He melts. I mean, that's, I mean, who can, and like, there's nothing much more to say. It's Punisher. Next to him on the A tier is Moon Knight. I mean, it's Moon Knight. You know, once you clip that, you just gotta throw a fucking onk and just spray it. I mean, there's no way it can't be A tier. The character's amazing. Not much, you know, not much you need to put into it. Literally, you can pop off with him easily. You can easily get a 3 kill just from your abilities and more, and it won't be that hard. Next to him is Squirrel Girl. Same shit, just pop nuts everywhere. No, pretty easy. Just nut all over the map and you'll be chilling. After that's Cap. I mean, Cap's Cap. I don't know what the fuck happened. All of a sudden he's getting buffed. Nobody pays attention to him for shit. That's why he's in his A tier. The only reason nobody pays attention to him. He just dives in there, slams. He has so much health now, and the shielding and the parrying. Like, you know, he doesn't belong here. He should be in B tier or something, but like A tier. Just for this season. Remember, this is season 1. I'll probably do this for every season. Next is Groot because of all of the walls. All of the walls that nobody ever fucking shoots, man. Just shoot the damn walls. I don't know how hard that is, but just shoot them. And the ult that just pulls everybody together, and guess what? They always put a wall behind you. What are people not doing? Shooting the wall behind you. And he has that little like spore thing he throws at you. He's just good, and his range is absurd. Next to Groot is Star-Lord. I mean, Star-Lord, he's the same thing as, like, you know, Punisher, Moon Knight, Rogue. You literally just spray shots You can do a little backflip and shield yourself from any like damage. And then you got your ultimate that just takes no skill. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Finally at S tier. Remember, this is all just personal experience. I'd say the S tier characters that just go crazy always, like the characters you can use in any scenario, basically close to any scenario, or Invisible Woman for multiple reasons. She's S tier. All I gotta say. But I mean, the only flaw I'd say is her ults last no time at all. But I mean, when you're in there, you can survive a really long time for a good minute. And you can evade anything and get out of any situation as long as you're not stupid and instantly try fighting back. So I think she's pretty good, honestly. She's S tier. And her healing's pretty good, has Pierce, all that stuff, so she's S tier for sure. After that's obviously Hawkeye, one of the most banned characters. Your headshots do way too fucking much. Your nerf was not a nerf, it barely did anything to him. Honestly, he's still a monster. Next to Hawkeye is Storm. I don't know what happened. She was D tier, C tier, like one of the worst, and all of a sudden she became goated. I need to read her shit again. I forgot what happened to her, but she got majorly buffed to the point where she's now like so usable, and she just destroys most of the time. As long as if nobody's focusing her, then she destroys. Obviously, if she gets focused, you know, she's gonna get destroyed. But you know, right now I'm seeing her go crazy in like most ranks. I don't know how. What the fuck happened to her? Next, obviously, Luna Snow, ultimate, great healing, yada yada yada. Let's just glide by. Obviously, next to her is Hela, yada yada yada. It should have been nerfed harder. I don't know how we didn't do that. After that Cloak and Dagger, she got buffed too fucking much. It feels like she's doing infinite healing now. The 4 dashes is absurd. Like, god damn, bro, she got crazy now. I think she's on par with Luna now. I could be crazy, but I think she's on par with Luna and better than Mantis. And speaking of Mantis, here's Mantis in the S tier too. She's great. I mean, she could be A tier now just because, you know, having, what is it now, 1, 2, 3 healers up here. Mantis is easily. I like how the jump is so crazy because it's like, I know I had the other 4 healers at the bottom at C tier. It's just because why use any of those healers when you have these healers up here? Honestly, I get you could use Rocket for that team up, but still, why use any of those down there if you have all these great healers up here? I will never understand it. Lastly, on the S tier is Winter Soldier. If you know how to use them, you'll go crazy, honestly. It's again, like holy fuck, you've all seen the clips. The amount of damage he can do is just absurd, and the pull-ins to, like, you know, get 1v1 battles and help make one of the enemy tanks overextend so you guys can all melt them. Kinda crazy. That was a really quick list, honestly, but let me know, because I know you will, which ones I was being a dumbass on. Just tell me that Venom belongs in the bottom. Tell me that Storm isn't that crazy. I bet some of you are gonna be saying that fucking Luna Snow is dog shit. Like, just go ahead and tell me. And also let me know what your mains are, because why not? You know? Let me know who you guys think will be. Let me know what your mains are and who you think the best 3 characters in the game are. How about that? I hope you guys have a great day.